Alright gamers, welcome. This game we're going to be playing Xayah Ashe into Caitlyn Volkaz. Might be a rough matchup. I mean, it definitely is a rough matchup for Xayah. Ideally, we'd want to be paired with some lockdown, which we don't have. We would also like to be facing some kind of like low range bot lane, especially like some kind of diver, like Leona or Nautilus, anything like that. Something that has to like dive into the feathers and leave themselves vulnerable to that. And otherwise, like if they choose not to dive in, well then they're not playing to the win condition of their champ. Instead we're facing a mage, which is the opposite of being vulnerable to feathers, and also facing one of the highest range ADCs in the game. So this matchup is like bad for Xayah in every single way that it could be. But we will do our best. And the point of this video is going to be to test Yuntal, which based on stats I believe is probably just by far the best first item for her. I'm going to try and prove that to you in this video. This might be actually really good. Okay, I'm not going to be able to flash on her to finish her, unfortunately. If I didn't get minion blocked at all, I think I could have, but got blocked enough that it's not feasible there. Still not a bad outcome, considering how Ashe kept getting caught out. Seems we've managed to turn it in our favor in the end. We should be hitting level 3 before them. We know that Caitlyn, by the way, has traps, so she doesn't have her E. Nice. So she won't be able to disengage from me if I happen to flash on her. Although there may be a Volkaz knockup that can do it for her. Okay, we see at least topside. Good. Because I was worried that maybe I would need to... Is she gonna get level 3 from that? Ah, she is, sad. This is fine, he doesn't have any mana to follow this up with. And he's just dead. Even if that didn't kill him, he was gonna get rooted from that combo, so... He just definitely fucked up there. For now, if I shove one more wave, I should be able to base on BF sword, and that's the roughest part of the Yuntal build done with. Won't have that awkward stage where we're trying to get to the BF sword. Oh, we did that with ease, so perfect. It's actually, well, it's not perfect. I could do with having about 30 more gold. But by the time I've recovered all my HP and mana, I should only be waiting about 15 gold, not actually 30. So yeah, definitely could be a lot worse. Yeah, the reason why I think Yuntal is going to be the best first item on Xayah is because, obviously, she has some synergy with attack speed because it allows her to stack her feathers more rapidly, and like in a lot of fights that will just lead to not just like the same feathers placed in a faster fashion, but also just more feathers actually placed behind someone to actually hit them with. And that coupled with the fact that Yuntal is just very strong right now, since Riot seems to love this item. So they keep buffing it. So even if it were on paper just supposed to be like even with Essence Reaver, it's actually just a lot stronger in practice. Ooh, this is reckless of Ashe, but we do have our jungler around. Don't even need to use my E except to try and secure the kill, and I do. Perfect. We weren't going to be able to crash that wave, so we're just chilling, and now we're going to try and hard crash this one. Okay, I could have secured one more CS there, but it will. This plating I think is too tanky for me to bother going for. Especially against a mage support like Volkaz, who would hard pressure me by himself. I'm gonna sell my quickie as well just to get my longsword 5 gold sooner. Perfect. And we're on track for a actually very fast Yuntal. I do reckon the matchup should get easier as well, rather than harder as the game goes on, because at least I become... I get a lot more like damage out of my QE combo, for example, so I actually can trade back without needing to be in auto attack range. Especially as my E cooldown gets lower, that'll also be more functional too. Let's go play some vision for now. We see Valko's mid, but we don't know where Elise is. We might also just be able to roam here and join a fight. Thing is, I think my team can easily avoid fighting. I think the enemy team is trolling by trying to force something here. So all my team needs to do is just not interact. Alright, I'm pretty close to level 6. I've got it now. If Ashe also gets level 6, this should be an easy dive on Caitlyn, I think. Vel'Koz is still topside. We see Elise topside as well, so there's no protection for Caitlyn here. Sadly, Ashe doesn't have level 6, but still. Xayah is one of the best divers, and also Caitlyn just wasted a re, so... Well played, Ashe. If I need to drop aggro, I could just use my ult. I would probably use ult just to preserve my HP there if I was going to take one more shot there, to be honest. But yeah, Xayah is one of the best turret divers because of the fact that you can drop turret aggro without needing to actually leave the turret range. Especially after Caitlyn used to re like that and made sure that she couldn't just juke the feathers for the E route anymore. That was a lot of guaranteed burst and CC. Hopefully I get the base here. It's not the end of the world if I have to stay, but I'd rather not. Okay, perfect. We have an 8-minute intel. And usually I would have preferred like to base on 50 gold more so I could go for tier 1 boots instead of a dagger, because at this point I've got plenty of attack speed. A dagger boots would have been better. But I'm actually running magical footwear. So I didn't have the option of going for boots anyway, so with that in mind, yeah, this is pretty much the perfect base without just like being greedy and being like, no, but I want 2 daggers actually. That's more than good enough. She's just standing still there, leaving herself very... Okay, she might just be AFK, but if she was, in theory, just standing still while lost hitting, it would leave her very vulnerable to just a QE from me. I wouldn't have to try and predict her movement, because there is no movement. I don't want to just, like, abuse her AFK, like maybe she's DC'd or something. There we go, alright. Hopefully that's her just, like, coming to her senses and not just running into base because she's DC'd. Okay, there is a fight there that maybe we could join. Never mind, it's already over. We can definitely just crash this wave and go play some vision. But awkward, the minions are moving around, so I can't position my feathers properly. But unless they freeze, then we're not going to be gankable here, and it gives us time to go place vision or contest the Scuttle Crab. Okay, whoa. I don't want to overchase here, because I don't know where their mid laner is. Thankfully, if I go for Valkoz, I know that I'm not running into the mid laner. It does seem like Elise is just perfectly alone here. Overall, though, I would say that was still stupid since we didn't really have much information there. I should not have forced it that hard. Once we got the Elise's flash, that's perfect. Just be happy we got something out of that. You don't have to overchase. Especially given the fact that if Elise didn't want to get caught, I'm pretty sure she only died because she turned around and voluntarily chose to fight Ashe, right? Okay, here we can do double dagger. Next up, we're going for the Novorori. Once we get Novorori, then we are going to be really strong. Xayah certainly becomes like stronger the more items she has, but the 2-item power spike is, whether you're going for Essence Reaver or whether you're going for Yuntal, is where she really becomes decent. Sorry, I just realized that there is a Drake fight going on here. I should ignore this yes for now. A good ult up if I need it. Ooh, wow. There just happened to be a ward for her to jump onto there. That's dirty. Not only just a ward that she could jump onto, but obviously a ward should be invisible, but she had a red trinket, so she just happened to see it. That's incredible. Good, presence of mind from her, I guess. Not as in the rune, just the actual phrase, presence of mind. Ended up getting the Drake. I started hitting the Drake for the record because I wanted to already start stacking up my feathers behind them. I think I kind of wasted it by just bursting the Valkyries, who I think was going to die anyway. Ideally, I think I should have just left those feathers stacked there, and then I would have just almost like one-shot the Arvelli the moment she tried to get onto me. But the Drake was just perfectly positioned to be a vehicle for my feathers for me there. Considering where the fight would have to move for them if they wanted to try and fight back. And escaping for all of them wasn't really an option unless they just all had flash to run away over the wall. Okay, it seems like Caitlyn is just fully DC'd. That's kind of lame. It's not really an amazing test of my build if I'm trying to prove how good it is in a 5v4, but unfortunately I can't really control these things. Flames are still up, so it's not like we were going to get that turret there anyway. Well, I suppose with 3 grubs we could have if he didn't melt the wave. Yeah, this might just be a very early FF. That would be really annoying. I'm about 5% away from stacking my intel for the record. Okay, here we're actually going to be able to get the turret. Ooh. It actually cost me the cannon with that. I got CC'd exactly when I needed to secure the cannon. That sucks. Just a little poke on her, because I'm not expecting her to actually reach me. Although, maybe she will. Okay. Even if I got stunned there, to be honest, I'd already used my E anyway, so she also would have been rooted and would have been unable to follow up. So that, yeah, was just too aggressive from her. She's not that strong to just one-shot me. Okay, I should be able to base for Navori now. If I already had Navori, I would try and go for the Elise's Krugs there as well, if they happen to be up. I think I'll actually just go for Lord Dominic's here, since... I mean, with how fed I am, to be honest, I suppose Infinity Edge would be fine, because their base armors aren't that high, because I'm so advanced in my build so early. But usually I would say third item here, you want Lord Dominic's, because your damage starts to get really high, and the enemy armor starts to get really high as well. So Lord Dominic's starts to become just more efficient. Whereas second item is a little bit more debatable. But especially since most of, like, at least a lot of our damage right now is just from the feathers. Sure, they have a crit scaling, it gets amplified by Infinity Edge, but overall, there's a lot of base damage in the feathers to amplify with Lord Dominic's. Alright, for now I think I can just rotate bot and just pressure there. I'm just gonna check the enemy raptors, those are down. I can walk through the enemy jungle, I'm pretty sure everybody on their side is top side, so there's nothing for me to actually be afraid of here. Golems are up for now, so I'll just steal these. Doesn't matter that I'm in vision, we know they're all top side. The only thing that's like kind of bad about this is that if there's gonna be a fight top side, I should already probably be pushing. There doesn't have to be a fight top side, my team should know that I'm not with them and they don't have to take that fight. Nobody's putting a gun to their head and saying, take this fight or I'll kill you, motherfucker. But, you know, we understand the mindset of loyal players, they would take that fight anyway. So ideally, yeah, I probably should just ignore the Krugs and already been pushing to maximize my chances of actually being able to get this turret, which would be making the best out of that situation. Let's just wipe out this wave so the whole wave focuses the turret. Either way, for now we know nobody's defending still. Everybody is visible on the map, but no Caitlyn's AFK. I could also actually just go and solo the Drake here, if the enemies aren't gonna rotate towards here. Like, I can literally just turn full, I'll do this myself mode, and my team wants to ignore objectives and just go for meaningless fights, then fine, I'll just take all the objectives myself. It depends whether the enemies are actually going to contest or not, but now that I've gotten Navori, my DPS onto objectives is insane, because notice how this Drake doesn't dodge my feathers. So I get to do my actual, like, raw, highest possible DPS. And little known fact, I assume this is very little known at least, Xayah is actually maybe possibly the highest DPS ADC in the game, if the enemies just aren't moving away from her feathers. Also, I gotta say, it's very generous of my team to make this 5v4 as challenging as possible, so that this video actually stays interesting. They are the real MVPs. I'm starting to run out of mana obviously now, because I'm not running Essence Reaver, so I need to chill a little bit. That Irelia is getting a lot of HP from the red. Let's see if I can remove it a little bit. Didn't root her, oh well. She's really tanky actually. Alright, time to base. I'm sitting on a lot of gold. It's not going to complete my full item, but still, either way I need some mana back, so... Wait, what? Just now I noticed that my recall didn't go through for some reason. Maybe there was a caster hit that canceled it. Do we need anti-heal this game? There would be some healing on the Irelia. Overall, though, I don't think it's going to be a big deal, so... Actually... Oh, this is going to make a lot more sense. Okay, so that's Irelia with 2 items. I'm actually more fed than her at the moment. Doesn't have resistances either, just has a lot of HP. I'm gotta be careful about face checking here, I've got no information. At some point though, it might be smart to just rotate back bot again. Yeah, so... You know how I mentioned that Xayah likes facing divers? So that was pretty bad for the lane because there was no divers in the lane. But I am playing one of the best suited ADCs for matching Irelia on the side lane. In case that happens to be necessary. Yorick just TP'd, so not really here, but ooh, might be able to catch her out. Nice. She actually almost one-shot the Ashe. Alright, well this is kind of awkward because I was already walking here. There was no need for Yorick to TP when he could have just continued pressuring top, but... For now, actually, no, this seems like going to be a fight here. Let's stay here in case we're needed. Oh, it just seems like Irelia is basically trolling. That was a very not smart fight to go for. Maybe we could just keep on pushing here then? You got 2 dead now, that leaves only 2 left on the map. My team are gonna push. I was gonna go for the Krugs if they were up, but they're not, so that's fine. Just trying to get some farm that isn't going to be, like, taking farm away from Yorick. But if it is between me and Yorick, I will actively try and take as much as I can, because I do scale better. But if I have the choice of getting alternative farms, such as from enemy camps that I can steal, and then leaving some farm to Yorick, that would be the ideal thing. We're not just going to end here, are we? It's not impossible. Weird that that laser wasn't damaging me. Alright, I think we just leave here. We can steal the enemy red buff on the way out. There's also another Drake coming up in 2 minutes. That's the next objective to watch out for. Or is that the con spawning? No, it is. So that, I guess, is the next. Spawning on bot side. Oh man, I wanted that. Okay, at least I get the buff. I might be able to just fuck up Elise here. Need to try and dodge her E. She didn't use it. Oh, that sucks. I can use Bibri though. Nice. Need to be a little bit careful here. Whoa, I fucked that up. Oh my god, that was not even close. I don't care what you say. That was all calculated. I obviously ulted the wrong way there. Oopsie, my bad. That should have been cleaner. But oh well. Thankfully I had flash up to at least hit her with most of the feathers. Just wasted the ones that I had already been stacking up. Alright, from here we can definitely finally start building Infinity Edge. Just a shame that I can't already base on a BF sword, but eventually it would be worth to sell my Durance Blade for BF sword, should it come to that. Oh, okay, that's actually going to be an FF from them. Well, you at least got to see my damage. You got to see how I fucked up that Irelia in such a short time with the Yuntal. We're definitely going to play some more games though. Alright gamers, welcome. This game we're going to be playing Xayah Lux into Corki Nami. And throughout this video we're going to be testing Yuntal on Xayah, which I believe is probably, most likely, her best first item. Definitely going to be a weaker early game power spike than Essence Reaver, but it's going to scale magnificently. So let's give that a shot. The matchup itself could definitely be better for Xayah. Ideally, we'd be playing against some kind of engage or at least any kind of melee support. Ideally, we'd also have some lockdown, which I guess through Lux we have some lockdown. She needs to be careful there. I'll try and back her up as best I can here. Well, that wasn't great. So we're trading in my wave here, so I'll retreat here. I'll try and trade both of them here. I've got barrier up still. Okay. Okay, so actually I only just realized Corki has cleanse up barrier, so that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, I could have realized sooner that he had cleanse up barrier, so I should have known sooner that I could have actually gone for that. From here though, it's complicated. If I level up, it should be safe. At least we know Nami doesn't have flash. Gonna drop a wave eventually. For now though, I hopefully should be able to soak this up under turret and then recall. Hopefully I don't get dived by Darius before then. He's got flash, so it would be very easy for him to get onto me. Yeah, especially if Corki wasn't running barrier, that was just not very smart of him to try and drag out that trade for so long in my wave. Should have got out while he could with the W. Alright, this is where I need to take my leave. I'm not going to be able to farm very well from here. Oh, that's clearly a dead Lux. Or is it? Actually, maybe not. I guess she tanked it all up. Nice one. I should be able to get an assist here. I think Briar should have her stun back up soon. Beautiful. A kill for me. Okay, well that puts me solidly in the lead against Corki. Even though I had to recall, I'm still actually ahead in farm, and on top of that I have 2 kills instead of Corki's 1, so... we're doing pretty solid. Oh, we might want to rotate into the river here. I have a feeling this fight is already over, actually, so I'm gonna return into lane. Ooh, I almost landed a root there. Alright, that's fine. Of course, the main sad thing about going for Yuntal is just the usual thing. Like, we have to base on the BF side, otherwise we don't have a satisfying base. Hopefully, should be able to base on that next time. Careful Lux. Okay, if he's rooted... no, I didn't get rooted again. This time because of his W. Oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and place a ward. Might get ganked and I need to be looking to crash here. That was Nami walking into a huge E. Holy crap. Okay, nice. We might be able to look for a dive on Corki here as well. Remember, he doesn't have barrier. Wait, I've trolled this. Alright, I have barrier though. Guess I'll live for now. Oh, here we go. Okay, perfect. Oh, I guess she got stuck there because of her ability, not letting her leave. Alright, well it's certainly time for me to get out. Unfortunately, I'm going to be able to base on the upside here, so that's a blessing. Alright, the way Lux wants to play and with the lead we have already, I think a smart move here is going to be to buy a pink ward. Because I absolutely have enough wave clear to just perma push and we can try and pressure them under turret. Even as Xayah, my pressure under turret is not that bad with my QE harass combo. Oh man. Huh. Well, it kind of goes out the window if Lux is already having to recall. But in general, if we're 2v2 in lane and we have a massive lead... I suppose we don't have a massive lead actually, because Corki does have 3 kills. But if we get the lead, like an HP lead in lane, and we want to just play aggressive under the turret constantly, it's going to be nice to have that pink ward for some extra vision. That's nice, it can be zoned from the cannon. Need to be try and be ready to dodge an Nami bubble here. It's not coming for me though. Didn't record keep, but that's fine. He'll die anyway. These are some Well, this is an extremely volatile game so far, holy crap. There's literally been, how many deaths and kills on Bolton? Let's see, so there's 2 deaths on Lux, 4 on Corki, 3 on Nami. So 2, 6, 9, there's 9 deaths on Bolton by 7 minutes. And that's even though I have 0. Goddamn. I'll just stick around for this one plating, I just need to hit it once and that should be fine. Now we got the 63 gold. We're also basing an Icana wave, so this is a perfect timing for our base. Oh, I'm actually getting boots now. Okay, cool. Kind of sad then that I'm sitting on a pink ward. I don't really want to sell it. I do want to try and pressure with it, as I said, but if I'd already placed it, I would be able to get another long sword, but it's not too important. Well, let's try and wipe out this wave in one hit. There we go. Actually, I shouldn't clear this yet. Because right now, I need to try and make sure that... hang on. Big chunk of the Nami. Okay. That's fine. Alright, I wanted to make sure that the enemy bot lane didn't just get prio and start pushing. Because then if we are forced under turret, then they can go clear this and I wouldn't be able to defend except by giving up CS. So actually, we've already denied them vision anyway. Holy shit, wait. I really fucked it up. I should have flashed. Gonna have to flash this for sure. Yeah, I really fucked up. My bad. I needed to try harder to actually get the E to land on him. If I just flashed upwards, that would have killed him easily. Gotta remember as well, Cork is actually a very strong early ADC. So especially now, he seems to have try for us. I need to really respect him. Oh, okay. Lux just missed an ability, so that's the key for him to go in here. She just missed both. That's really bad. Holy crap. Good thing Corki didn't really feel like using W to engage, because I wouldn't have been able to fight back there comfortably. There's a plant here I'd like to pick up if I can. So for now, we're just probably going to assume that Corki is a lot stronger than me. Even though we both have 1 item, his spike is just stronger than mine. I'd recommend not contesting. We don't win. Okay. I want to say also Corki's probably a smurf based on his mechanics in that fight. Like, I haven't noticed anything until now, but actually that did look kind of like smurf gameplay. Let me see if I'm right. Oh yeah, level 31 account. I can tell just from people's movements, man. There's no, like, a bronze player just, or a silver player just doesn't move like that. Oh, crap. I'm just playing too disrespectfully here, actually, my bad. I needed to, like I said, he's stronger early, I need to retreat. Oh, didn't even get an assist from that. Plus, yeah, I was never going to be able to land my E on Corki there. Needed to just retreat. Yeah, I got burst down so insanely hard, actually, goddamn. Like I said, he's got a tremendously strong early game. The only thing I should have done was W him to auto-attack him once, get that movement speed from my W and just run away. Use the movement speed to run away, not to try and trade back, not to try and land the feathers behind him. I was trying to maximize my damage there until I realized, wow, like I'm already 10% HP, like I need to just run. Okay, well we know Corki isn't there, so I was fine to contest that ward. Okay, he's gone Tabi, so he's gonna be pretty unkillable for me. I just want to take a route of no interaction. Oh, Lux died randomly again. It's not good. She got 6 deaths. They're certainly making a lot more mistakes than the Nami is. I don't think they could dive me. probably want to give up the caster though. Otherwise I'll just take far too much damage. Like if I actually try to walk up here, where Corki can easily harass me while staying outside of the turret range, I'm gonna lose at least 40% of my HP just for one caster. Which in the long run is gonna cost me CS, not get me more. Okay, they have vision here, so he would definitely punish by just being forwards and trying to kill me there. So we just back off. And yeah, this is just what we gotta do, just AFK farm. I didn't quite catch how Lux lost all of her HP again, but... Oh, Corki's running electrocute as well, by the way. I actually thought I saw the effect earlier, but I didn't think much about it. It's an odd choice on Corki, I feel like. Whoa, that was extremely unneeded, holy crap. Oh my god, I didn't even get the caster. Thanks to Lux. Oh, okay. If Nami's actually still playing aggressively, it could be that Corki's actually staying. It should have been basing out of vision. But in case that Corki just tries to cheese me from a brush again, even if he was already like missing HP or missing some mana, he would still easily stomp me, so I need to respect it. I just need the base, even though I'm like 1 CS away from cashing on my call. It is what it is. I mean, it's not that important to cash it out anyway. It was just gonna earn me another dagger is all. Looks like he probably wasn't cheesing, but I just couldn't take that risk, because that was a free death if I disrespected, and he did happen to be cheesing. Yeah, pretty rough lane for Xayah so far, since they don't have any engage, or like melee supports that I can easily harass with feathers. I'm actually not gonna be able to defend this, am I? Oh crap, I'm already doomed. That sucks. I'll do as much damage as I can before I die, so that's half of Xayah's HP gone, or half of Nami's HP gone at least. Huh, I have a feeling, based on how this game is going, it's gonna be over before I can even really show the build. I haven't even stacked up my crit yet. Smurf versus Smurf would be really interesting if not for how terrible Lux played this lane, which forces me to have to play for scaling. But, against this kind of a map state, unfortunately it's just not going to happen this game, I don't think. So we'll try our best. Now we can rotate mid. Since both solo laners are willing to go side lane at the moment. Once I've gotten a Navori, then I will have really spiked somewhat. Won't be stronger than Corki necessarily, but I'll be a lot closer to matching him. Okay, for now I don't think I'm going to be able to push that turret, so we're going to try and rotate to this fight, see if we can help. Okay. Oh, come on, please die. Okay, he did at least die in the end. Could be worse. I didn't think he could just stab me like that. In the end, hopefully it works out for us, but maybe not. Oh, she didn't even have her stun. That blows. From here I can... probably should just sell my coal. In order to get Navori. From here we're gonna definitely get more CS if we go bot lane. I'm gonna mute the Nico. Yes, clearly this game has been an ADC gap, right? Ooh, that was a close one. For now, I should be safe, so... Oh, actually, I don't know where Heimer is. I was gonna say Dars is the top laner, but no. I actually don't know where their top laner is. If he doesn't come bot though, then I get to freely push this. Holy crap, there's a lot of roses around. Okay, my team could have really done without taking that fight. We're behind enough as it is. It's gonna be... I don't know who's TP. Let's hope that I can just get this though. Okay, nice. Hopefully I should be able to live now. Holy crap. Okay, if he's willing to invest flash in that, then whatever. Overall, the goal here was not necessarily to outplay him, to survive even. I actually... Like, so long as I can trade 1-for-1 with that turret, that's fine. He can't even, like, crash CS here in time to deny CS from me before I revive, right? So I don't even actually technically lose CS from this. Or at least my team doesn't. And I also got the shutdown gold from the objective bounty. So as a 1-for-1 is pretty worth, but obviously it doesn't really change how this game is going, which is going pretty rough. And I can't actually go and pick up the bot lane farm, I just have to stay here and defend. She doesn't need to help me clear the wave. Okay, I think Nico's going bot, so we're gonna try and go and defend any other lane. At the moment, the mid wave would be too overextended. So I'm gonna go top. Bero's also going top though, but maybe I can gank the roll install then. If he happens to overextend. I've nearly got cooldowns back. Holy crap, wait, he's melting me. Okay, we just barely survived there. There is a Heimer here. Could I get some help from Fiora, maybe? Anything? Any acknowledgement of what is going on here, please? Holy shit, this is absurd. I do still have ult. I got huge balls to not even use it there. Perfect. That's insane, though. Like the nerve of Heimer to assume that Fiora just wouldn't rotate as well, and she just didn't. Like, what? That was bizarre. I got enough for BF start now, so that's nice.
Where did you get all these wonderful things?
Corki is definitely like about 1 item up on me though, so he's still really huge compared to me. Hopefully I can at least defend this though. Yeah, I've got really good wave clear as you can see. In fact, I've got better wave clear with this than I would with Essence Reaver because of the way I can just stack the feathers behind the mini wave faster, thanks to more attack speed. But yeah, so long as I'm actually in Aurelion Sol's range hitting him back, it seems like I out DPS him at the moment. Can't really stop him taking that. It's been really hard to do anything about him killing Lux all game as well because of the fact, just because of the way that he is such a stronger early game champion. Like the level 1 we got lucky, basically, that he just went over aggressive, probably expecting me to be a silver player as well. And he didn't have enough abilities yet to actually be like an insanely strong early game champion. Getting really close to Infinity Edge. If I can get to Infinity Edge, there is a decent chance of actually being able to carry this game. Because Corki will fall off in comparison. Although 1v1 he may remain stronger, especially if he just saves his W for skipping my feathers all the time. It might take probably at 6 items, I feel like that would change, but it might take until 6 items. I'm not gonna go chasing after Heimer, it's just super unlikely I kill him. So we just stay defending these waves. Making sure that I get Infinity Edge. I should hopefully be 1 wave away here. Okay, perfect. I don't know if recalling is actually faster than walking into the fountain here, but whatever. It can't be that different. Well, considering what a disaster the game looked like, it's already a miracle that we reached this late into the game, to be honest.
Nature bends towards chaos.
There may be a fight here, let's join in. I might be able to just cheese this guy. Actually, I think they have vision on me. I've got ult if I need it for defensive purposes. Oh, didn't see the Nami bubble. Nearly got E back up. Oof, didn't get the Darius. Oh, Darius is just gonna run me down though, sadly. Ah, that blows. There's also fear that died on bot lane, so I would have needed to try and defend against Corki after. That would have been rough 1v3. Well, it's not game over yet, but I do have a feeling they should be able to end here. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna make this the first game of the video, but I think overall, like, it did a pretty good job of showing the scaling at least. Obviously the game was doomed from the start, but for actually playing this game out from so far behind, I feel like we actually did a pretty good job. And it would definitely have been harder if I went for Essence Reaver. Alright gamers, welcome. This game we're going to be playing Xayah Olaf into Varus Xayah. I don't know how we ended up with Olaf support. I was not paying attention in Champ Select. What a day, man. What a day. I suppose we can maybe just cheese some poke here. They're not walking through the wave, so my Q would be full damage. We can also land, I assume, an Olaf Q is what he started with. Maybe you could start something weird like... Oh, he's just running straight into the brush. Goddamn. No, don't just try and turret dive them. Oh, is he trolling? No, he was just picking up his axe. Not worth, but at least he wasn't turret diving. That was my worry. Yeah, I think I might have missed my Q on Varus there because I was not expecting him to just sprint straight into the brush. It was already late enough into lane as it was and he didn't run to the minions. If I can potentially get a little bit closer to Xayah and maybe root her. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I actually can root her in the end. Beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna go place a ward. We may get early cheese by Gragas if we're not careful. Since he can see how aggressive we've been early, how much his bot lane needs help. We don't want to let him salvage this for his bot lane. And we're running cleanse here since pre-6 is going to be really useful for the Xayah. Post-6 is going to be really useful for the Varus. And even in the mid-game it should be really useful to be able to just cleanse the Nasa SW whenever we want. I'm going to prioritize Varus here. Might need the flash here. Oh damn, Varus or Olaf already died. Alright, I'm gonna cleanse the stun there. Hopefully I can just walk away. I'm getting slowed by red buff though. Oh man, that's a close one. Maybe I can... Ah, I fucked up. I walked too far away from him. He actually almost had the minion still. That's so sad. Okay, that was actually an early cheese from Gragas. But the funny thing is, like, this gank basically happened when he should have finished his full clear anyway. That was a really slow clear he went for. Alright, I gotta assume Varus has flash because I don't remember him actually using it. For now, I mean, I'm about to level up, so I'm not literally one auto attack away from dying, but I can't really help there. I'm just trying to secure as much farm as I can. It's nice. I at least picked up some XP from that kill. Just didn't dare walking up to actually try and steal the kill or secure an assist. Arguably, I should have saved some abilities for it, but then I would be slower in clearing the wave as well. I guess Varus retreated, and now maybe we just get the crash. This is actually a miracle that I end up just getting to base with Prow here. And that miracle... and that miracle's name is Olaf. Or more specifically, Bubble Bot. I gotta check that he's not trolling. Like, I want to look at his match history. Is this something he actually plays? What little I saw from the Champ Select chat was like right before we went into loading screen. I briefly read what was in the chat and I saw something about, oh, support won't swap. That's literally, like, that's the only context I have. So I also saw that Olaf was lost pick. So I guess he didn't want to give up counterpick to somebody else, but the person that complained isn't the person that is trolling, it's the guy that wouldn't give up the swaps. I don't know, was that trolling? Did he just want to counterpick with Olaf support? I don't know. Stupidly, the game thinks that we have a Lux support. Why would we have a Lux support? Sorry, not the game, OpenGG. This is not smart. I'm forced to run into... Is our plants there? Oh god. Wow. Well, that sucks. I snapped her with a QE, it just barely wasn't enough. The thing is, I think my E landed, but my Q not, which is just weird. Like, it shouldn't work that way. And I think that is what made the difference there, otherwise Xayah would have died. But yeah, that was just not smart, to just trying to run them down like that. While I was forced to run into their... Xayah plants. Oh, that's exactly the direction I was going to commit to. He ended a little bit too far, though. Only if I had no reaction time would that have actually hit me. I'm getting mini blocked. A little bit. This should be free, I hope. Just need to make sure I don't get hit by that root. Oof, I hit him with one thing, but it just wasn't able to finish him. Just missed a lot of CS there as well. Careful. He's gonna fuck them up at level 6 though, I gotta say. Like, they won't have... Like, their bot lane is entirely dependent on their CC. Holy crap, he just killed her as well. He's gonna die for it, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, their disengage slash peel is entirely just CC based, and he's gonna completely ignore that and run them down later on. Okay, my conclusion, looking at this guy's match history, is he does not play Olaf support. He does play Olaf jungle though. Okay, for now, I'm gonna build 2 daggers, but not actually upgrade this into Scout Slingshot, just in case later on I happen to need to sell one of them for BF Sword. Sacrificing our lane phase a little bit, because we could get that for the extra magic damage, which would be non-negligible. Ooh, actually, do I need to help her? I think I do. Okay, thankfully we got the Drake. I might just be able to run down Varus here. We've got Olaf on the way as well. For now, I would say no, we probably shouldn't fight. We've got a big wave sitting for us here anyway, and Varus is missing on a lot of farm. We could potentially zone him out of the lane. For now, I can also just try and hope... Fuck, I should have got level 6 first. I just realized how close I am. That was clean from Xayah. Oh, they all just flash away. Okay, well, I'm not gonna chase. I am just gonna... farm. So I don't need to break this freeze. Hang on. I'm gonna try and leave this frozen for now because I'm not really looking to base anytime soon. Ideally, I should have BF Sword before I look to base. So I'm gonna drag this out as much as I can. Good enough, good enough. Mostly ginned it up with the next wave. I lost some HP for that for sure. Would prefer if I didn't have to, but I'd say it's worth the sacrifice. Less so maybe if Olaf isn't actually gonna return here. Maybe I could have just let it crash if I was gonna be 1v1 anyway. 1v1 against Varus, I can't exactly just zone him off the wave when I'm facing a massive wave. But that's hindsight. Shouldn't have to cleanse this. Whoops. Meant to ward the brush. Sadly, I don't think I'm gonna catch him here, am I? Yeah, I'm over chasing. I need to get out. Lilia should be already pathing towards this fight, by the way. She was just continuing her camps the whole time. Ow, fuck. Should have watched out for that. Alright, well, if I base here, I should have enough for BF Sword. Ah, come on, I got minion blocked away from that. We know that Gragas is around, unfortunately, so my ability to shove this out is impeded. Oh, I cancelled an auto. My bad. Okay. Okay, he's dead. Ah, let me run away from Xayah. Somebody pick that up? They could just crash this wave. I'm not gonna dare walking into anywhere near this plant and potentially just dying if it hits me. I would get one shot. Alright, well in the end I actually ended up being able to get the BF start either way, but if they hadn't, if that Gragas gank hadn't happened, funnily enough, it actually I think would have come down to having to or not having to sell a dagger, but the 100 extra gold that I would have spent on slingshot would have meant that I couldn't get BF sword. So that would have been really annoying because I couldn't really afford to continue staying there. I would have been overstaying. It's crazy that this Olaf isn't level 6 yet. Both supports are getting very little XP here. It's just a lot of skirmishing happening, mostly forced by Olaf. Alright, I don't know when the Lost Inversity's ult is. For now, I'm gonna assume that he has ult and that I don't. That's just the safest assumption to make here. So until I have ult up, I'm just gonna play safe. Man, it would be great to base for Yuntal sometime soon though. We have a Teemo walking up. Ooh, he chose a bad gank path there. But maybe it works out. Wait, no way that killed him. I was like, yeah, I can root him. Maybe Teemo finishes him off there, but probably not. But he actually died. Teemo did enough damage. Nice one. And that actually should buy me some time to just shove this wave in base and get my Yuntal. Perfect. Oh, clean from Lux. Alright, from here, even if Varus did have ult, because I have ult and I have the lead, and especially because he's using a burst build instead of a DPS build, I should be able to force a fight against him and just win, but we'll see. But also especially if he doesn't have his ult here. Right now the wave is just a bit too big though. I'll thin it out. Now when my cooldowns come back up, that's when I'm gonna try and choose to fight. Alright, we'll just harass him with that even.
They say I don't know when to quit. Like that's a weakness. See the enemy, know their mind.
Okay, he's got no Q. Well, I rooted him, but he got too close to the turret already. He's got also extra movement speed from Retrix. It's kind of hard to catch him out. Oh, that was nice though. I didn't think he'd get hit by so many feathers, I just knew he'd get hit by some. Yeah, this is another annoying matchup for me, just in the sense that it is again just double ranged. It's actually very hard to get a lot of use out of my feathers in this lane. Fortunately, we at least had, like, not exactly a lockdown support, but at least something that was forcing fights that actually did work out in my favor throughout the lane. Even just the slow as well from the Olaf Q actually helps a lot with trying to set up my feathers behind the enemies. Alright, Olaf is finally returning to lane. He's actually level 6 now. Well, if he wants to engage, he actively should not want to be pushing. Yeah, here we are not going to push, we just leave the wave here in the middle of the lane where they're going to be at their most vulnerable relative to, you know, what we have. We're also getting ganked by Gragas right now. I'm going to ping Olaf back in case he hasn't noticed that. Ping back again there. Trying to make it as clear as possible that we should be playing safe right now. Good poke into the Varus. For now, we can just try and keep the wave here. Again, the more extended they are, the more vulnerable they are to the Olaf engage. And he's got level 6, he's got the ult, so they would be really vulnerable, potentially. Although he doesn't have Ghost, so it's a matter of whether he can breach them or not. I don't know, but hopefully, yes. Here we go. Whoa, okay, they were actively trying to force... Oh, Jesus, I see Gusty Sea Chain the whole time. I didn't think that I would not be able to ult. Holy shit. Oh man, their knockups just overlapped perfectly. That's crazy. Like I couldn't cleanse anything there. Holy fuck. Or at least not before I realized. Not during the time that I, like by the time it was clear that I would need to actually use summoners there, it was just way too late. I was already, all the knockups just until, overlapped. Oh well, at least we won the fight overall. It's a very frustrating one for me. Props to Gragas for the patience there. Okay, it's gonna be too late for me to try and soak up this wave, so I can just go for this camp here. At least I hope so. It's not an AoE camp, so my AoE is not an advantage here. Yeah, even so, you can still see. Xayah DPS onto a target that can't dodge the feathers is above average, so I don't lose that much HP for that, and what little HP I did lose, we can just recover with this. That's how you pull 4 CS out of your ass, when there's nowhere for you to farm. Chances are my jungler wouldn't have gotten around to farming Gromp anytime soon anyway. Could try and steal the enemy. Bugs here as well. Okay, I don't even need to ult. I wouldn't have bothered... Oh, actually I don't have cleanse anyway, but even if I did have cleanse, I wouldn't have bothered trying to use it. I would just go for the ult to dodge his ult and do more damage that way as well. Alright, since he got caught in such a compromising position here, he was supposed to be the person that could defend this. Instead, he just can't defend it at all. I'm going to prioritize... I was going to try and prioritize going for the turret instead of the camp. But since the turret is not an option, since Nasus is defending, and he's probably strong enough that I can't just try and run him down, at least not without Navori. Just going to try and steal what I can here. Oh, where are the monsters going for him? Bullshit. Alright, clearly they have a warden here, by the way. Probably, anyway. That, or maybe he saw the feather animation or something. Ooh, that's interesting to note. If I hit one of these plants, it fully resets the timer of my passive. I know it works that way with turrets, but I didn't expect it would work that way with plants. Ooh, there's another big one here. These big plants, by the way, they're worth 3 of these small ones. This is a small one that's going to spawn. You can also tell which one is going to spawn. Alright, so I need 1 more CS for my call, and then maybe I can just potentially base on Navori after that wave. So, stick around for this. Alright, that's fine. I don't need to be able to finish that last minion. I just need to be able to leave now. So we're facing Nasus. That could be potentially a lot of healing when Nasus gets in fights. So I think Mortal Reminder could be worth potentially here. Now, silencing against Nasus, it's sort of like when I pointed out that it would have been decent to silence against Irelia in the previous game. Except the downside is that if he uses his W on me, I'm kind of useless because I can't stack my feathers behind him comfortably. If I have Cleanse Up, I actually have kill potential against him, but it's also like kind of like risky to just use my cleanse trying to kill him and then potentially just have it be a waste if he doesn't actually die, if he just walks away. But at least I shouldn't be like too unsafe against him. It's more like I don't know if I can actually kill him, even though I'm Xayah against a melee champion. Right now I don't even have cleanse up, so that's something I gotta watch out for if he tries to choose me. Okay, for now there might be a fight in their jungle, so I'm gonna try and walk in there. Looks like Nasus is just not in the area anyway. Ooh, look, 2 plants. Oh, wow, and the game is just over like that. Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, this was not an amazing video for testing Yuntal. We did at least reach the Yuntal every time, but these games were just a bit one-sided in every single case. But, oh well, I mean, you at least got to see the damage of Yuntal. Didn't get to see it in the full build, unfortunately, where it would have been really interesting to see the Lord Dominic's plus Infinity Edge power spike alongside the Yuntal and Navori. But well, if you have any experience with Xayah and Yuntal, let me know what you think about it. If you haven't tried it yet, I encourage you to try it. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see more educational content like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.